Next Wednesday, December the 18th, the LA Bowl, SoFi Stadium. We've got California and UNLV. Cal 2.5-point favorites, 51.5 total in this game. Obviously, the thing we have to talk about here specifically is UNLV's mindset. Where are they at? Barry Odom, obviously departing to become the head coach of Purdue next season. Not shocking because of the job he's done at UNLV, that he would look for a Power 4 program job. And now he's got that with Purdue. But my gosh, Godspeed to him trying to resuscitate that program. Because I'm telling you what, Ryan Walters left it in shambles. So we'll see if Barry Odom can do a resurrection project with Purdue football. But don't put it past him, because look at the job he did at UNLV in 2 years. Absolutely outstanding. But he departs, obviously, well-liked, and the players, obviously love playing for him because look at the results. Del Alexander is the interim coach here for this bowl game. And again, though, this is not a situation that screams a bet-on situation involving UNLV. I don't like backing teams that just saw their head coach either fired or depart. Now, Neil Brown was a firing. This was a departure for another job. And that can sometimes be even more difficult for the kids to respond because of how attached they were to Odom. And look at how well they played under him. So UNLV is not exactly a team I'm running to bet. Not to mention, with Odom last year, we know what happened in their bowl game against Boise State. They got ripped. I mean, it was a rough bowl game last year for UNLV when they had Barry Odom on the sideline and all hands on deck. Now Barry Odom goes to Purdue. Now you're not sure who's going to be there next year with a new head coach, obviously, that's going to be coming in. So a lot of influx right now for UNLV. Meanwhile, you've got Cal coming into this bowl game with certainly a more steady coaching situation with Wilcox and his staff still in place. They are coming off a 38-6 loss to SMU in their regular season finale. But I think as far as excitement for this bowl game, why wouldn't you be? You're 6-6. You're a team that, has had some lean years. I haven't seen anything as far as players departing. I think they're into this game. I think you're going to get a solid effort from them. And I don't know if we're going to get that from UNLV, given the situation with Odom stepping away and moving on to Purdue. Now, it's going to be interesting to see. There is Fernando Mendoza's health. He was ill and did not play against SMU. That's another thing about that loss to SMU. Don't put too much stock into it because Fernando Mendoza didn't play that game. He was ill and missed that game. Let's not forget, before that, he played pretty well this year for them. 16 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, 3,000 passing yards. And it looks like, as of right now, he's probably going to get – it's not an injury, it's an illness. So you've got to believe he's going to have enough time to feel better for the bowl game. So I'm assuming Mendoza is going to be back. Chandler Rogers would get the start if Mendoza does not play. And, of course, he's the one that got the start against SMU. Really struggled in that game. So it does matter that Mendoza plays, in my opinion, here for Cal in this game. But I'm leaning to California and the Golden Bears here, laying less than a field goal. It's just too much moving parts right now with UNLV. CMAC, what do you think? LA Bowl.
Yeah, this is the way, because when you've had Odom there and all the success, I have a feeling kids are going to go here. So this is the one you need to wait on who's in and who's out.
Sticking around and some of these other, big time players, Catalan and Ricky White. And, that's the question. Yeah. Are these guys sticking around? Ricky White might be going in the draft, actually. So, yeah, he won't be going back. I think he's draft eligible.
He might not play. This is a game he might not play at all.
Guys that want to sit out and not risk getting injured and prepare for the draft. It's another thing you got to factor into a lot of these bowl games too.
Definitely. This is a short trip for both these teams too, to this game. And Alexander, the interim coach here, wide receivers coach, just a guy there. I think he's just stuck up for this game. Yeah. So I don't know if they're really looking.
He's filling his resume. Yes. He's not burning the midnight oil scouting that California defense. I can guarantee you.
Yeah. I saw Cal. They hired Auburn's ex-coach. He's supposed to be their offensive coordinator, Brian Harsin. I don't know what that changes. Maybe going forward to next year. I just saw that earlier this morning too. What it has to do with this bowl game, really. And California just been, I think, kind of a disappointment all year long. The flashes of good games then being horrible. It's hard to get at. But this could be a game they get up for if they have more than a little bit more than UNLV, they could win. So just a total wait for me on what we see here.
No doubt. I love it. We got Fernando Mendoza in the chat there. Yeah, I don't think I'm playing either. There you go.
Fernando, man.
Fernando, come on.
Thanks
man.
for telling me, brother.
Yeah, you should have told me that before I bet Cal already. Actually, I did place a small Cal bet. But again, a lot of these bets, like I bet Memphis already. I bet Cal already. But these are small bets because I don't want to put the whole kit, the whole stake on it and then find out, whoa, this guy's out, this guy's out, this guy's out, and whoa, things
Which
change.
happens.
So, but I do want to get down at good numbers. And I think Memphis is at a good number that might move. Cal is at a good number right now that might eventually move. So that's why.
And then what we hear about, we could talk more and more as we get into these games, which we'll try to on is just motivation of everyone in and out. And then you got to try to get with like people that are tight and beat writers. If like sometimes they're just not motivated to go play. They're 6-6. There's all these distractions. They're leaving their lane and they get their ass kicked. There's zero motivation in these bowl games. It's not like the old days bowl games where they're excited to go. These kids are like ready to bounce and leave and get money somewhere else. Like no one's like excited. St. 1980 here.
Yeah, no question. Yeah, I see that team Oz hoodie, Bill Belichick in conversation with North Carolina. Wouldn't that be?
That's crazy.
That's crazy. Just it's one thing. Now, apparently the conversations are fluid and ongoing and serious, but doesn't mean he's going to accept or the job either. And because I think there's still part of him that.
Why would he want to go do that? Doesn't he have like a 24-year-old girlfriend now? He's 73 years old.
I don't know if that would work. He seems like he's a little more aloof now that he's out of the NFL realm for this year. Like he's on television everywhere now, and he's got the 24-year-old hot girlfriend. Mm-hmm. And now you're all of a sudden, for the first time ever, you're going to go to the college ranks at this time of your life in your 70s. It's just, wow. It'd be a little aloof thing to do for Hoodie. That's the way I see that, no question.